Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever is a 2022 American superhero film based on the Marvel Comics character Black Panther, produced by Marvel Studios and distributed by Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures. It is the sequel to Black Panther 2018 and the 30th film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe (MCU), directed by Ryan Coogler, who co-wrote the screenplay with Joe Robert Cole. The film stars Letitia Wright as Shuri Black Panther, alongside Lupita Nyong'o, Danai Gurira, Winston Duke, Florence Kasumba, Dominique Thorne, Michaela Cole, Tenaquir Tumaja, Martin Freeman, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, and Angela Bassett. In the film, the leaders of Wakanda fight to protect their nation in the wake of King T'Challa's death. Marvel Studios' film ideas for a sequel began after the release of Black Panther in February 2018. Coogler negotiated to return as director in the following months, and Marvel Studios officially confirmed the sequel's development in mid-2019. Plans for the film changed in August 2020 when Black Panther star Chadwick Boseman died from colon cancer, with Marvel choosing not to recast his role of T'Challa. The return of other main cast members from the first film was confirmed that November, and the title was announced in May 2021. Filming began in late June 2021 in Atlanta, taking place at both Trilla Studios and Tyler Perry Studios, before moving to Massachusetts in August, but was halted in November to allow Wright to recover from an injury sustained during filming. It resumed by mid-January 2022 and wrapped in late March in Puerto Rico. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever premiered at the El Capitan Theater and the Dolby Theater in Hollywood, Los Angeles, on October 26, 2022, and was released in the United States on November 11, 2022, as the final film in Phase 4 of the MCU. The film received generally positive reviews from critics and has grossed over $837 million worldwide, becoming the sixth highest-grossing film of 2022. For her performance, Bassett won Best Supporting Actress at the 80th Golden Globe Awards and the 28th Critics' Choice Awards, where the film has received 6 total nominations. Blood. T'Challa, King of Wakanda, is dying from an illness which his sister, Shuri, believes can be cured by the heart-shaped herb. Shuri attempts to synthetically recreate the herb after it was destroyed by Eric Killmonger Stevens, but fails to do so before T'Challa succumbs. A year later, Wakanda is under pressure from other nations to share their vibranium, with some parties attempting to steal it by force. Queen Ramonda implores Shuri to continue her research on the heart-shaped herb, hoping to create a new Black Panther that will defend Wakanda, but she refuses due to her belief that the Black Panther is a figure of the past. In the Atlantic Ocean, the CIA and U.S. Navy SEALs utilize a vibranium detecting machine to locate a potential vibranium deposit underwater. The expedition is attacked and killed by a group of blue-skinned, water-breathing superhumans led by Namor, with the CIA believing Wakanda to be responsible. Namor confronts Ramonda and Shuri, easily bypassing Wakanda's advanced security. Blaming Wakanda for the surface world's race to find vibranium, he gives them an ultimatum: deliver him the scientist responsible for the vibranium detecting machine, or he will attack Wakanda. Shuri and Okoye learn from CIA agent Everett K. Ross that the scientist in question is MIT student Riri Williams and arrive at the university to confront her. The group is pursued by the FBI and then by Namor's warriors, who defeat Okoye before taking Shuri and Williams underwater to meet Namor. Angered by Okoye's failure to protect Shuri, Ramonda strips her of her title as General of the Dora Milaje and seeks out Nakia, who has been living in Haiti since the blip. Namor shows Shuri his vibranium-rich underwater kingdom of Talokan, which he has protected for centuries from discovery by the world. Bitter at the surface world for enslaving the Maya, Namor proposes an alliance with Wakanda against the rest of the world but threatens to destroy Wakanda if they refuse. Nakia helps Shuri and Williams escape, and Namor retaliates with a flood attack against Wakanda, during which Ramonda drowns, saving Williams. Namor vows to return with his full army, and the citizens of Wakanda relocate to the Jabari Mountains for their safety. Meanwhile, Ross is arrested by his ex-wife, CIA Director Valentina Allegra de Fontaine, for secretly exchanging classified intelligence with the Wakandan chief. At Ramonda's funeral, Shuri uses a remnant of the herb that gave Namor's people their superhuman abilities to reconstruct the heart-shaped herb. She ingests it, gaining the abilities of the Black Panther and meeting Killmonger in the ancestral plane, who urges her to seek revenge. Shuri dons a new Black Panther suit and is accepted by the other Wakandan tribes as the Black Panther. Despite M'Baku's urges for peace, Shuri is determined to exact vengeance on Namor for Ramonda's death and orders an immediate counterattack on Talokan. Preparing for battle, with Ao assuming the position of general of the Dora Milaje, Shuri bestows the Midnight Angel armor upon Okoye, who in turn recruits Dora Milaje member Anika to join her. Williams creates an Iron Man-esque powered exoskeleton to aid the Wakandan chasing a seafaring vessel. The Wakandans lure Namor and his warriors to the surface as a battle ensues. Shuri traps Namor in a fighter aircraft. Intending to dry him out and weaken him, the pair crashes on a desert beach and fight. Shuri gains the upper hand, but implores Namor to yield after having a vision of Ramonda, offering him a peaceful alliance. Namor accepts, and the battle ends. Namor's cousin, Namora, is upset at Namor's surrender, but he assures her that the new alliance will allow them to conquer the surface world one day. Williams returns to MIT, leaving her suit behind, while Okoye rescues Ross from captivity. Shuri plants more heart-shaped herbs to ensure the future of the Black Panther mantle. In Shuri's absence, M'Baku steps forward to challenge for the throne. Shuri visits Nakia in Haiti, where she burns her ceremonial funeral robe in accordance with Ramonda's wishes, allowing herself to finally grieve T'Challa in a mid-credits scene. Shuri learns that Nakia and T'Challa had a son named Toussaint, whom Nakia has been raising in secret. Toussaint reveals his Wakandan name is T'Challa. Music. Main article, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever soundtrack. In September 2021, it was revealed that Ludwig Göransson was set to return as composer for the sequel. His score was released by Hollywood Records on November 11. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever Prologue, a soundtrack extended play, was released by Hollywood Records and Marvel Music on July 25, 2022, and includes Thames' cover of Bob Marley's No Woman, No Cry, which was used in the film's teaser trailer. A Body, A Coffin by Amara, and Soy by Santa Fe Clan. Göransson produced all three songs and co-wrote A Body, A Coffin with Amara, Q-Steed, KZ, Cracker Mallow, and Mizzou. In late October 2022, it was announced that the film's lead single would be Lift Me Up by Rihanna, written by Thames, Göransson, Rihanna, and Kugler. As a tribute to Boseman, it marks its first solo musical output from Rihanna since 2016 and was released on October 28 through Westbury Road, Rock Nation, Def Jam Recordings, and Hollywood Records. Thames stated she wanted to write a song that portrays a warm embrace from all the people that I've lost in my life. Lift Me Up was featured on the film's soundtrack, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever music from and inspired by, which was released on November 4, 2022, by Rock Nation, Def Jam Recordings, and Hollywood Records. A Voice Rising, the music of Wakanda Forever, a documentary series detailing the creation process of Wakanda Forever's soundtrack, will be released on Disney on February 22, 2023. Marketing. The first footage from the film was shown in a sizzle reel of Disney's upcoming films during the studio's presentation at CinemaCon in April 2022. Feige, Kugler, and the cast promoted the film at the 2022 San Diego Comic-Con alongside a live performance from singer Baaba Maal, Tama player Massamba Diop, and other African drummers and dancers, and the debut of the teaser trailer on July 23, 2022. It featured a cover of Bob Marley's No Woman, No Cry that transitions into Kendrick Lamar's All Right 2015. Both Leah Simpson and Jibana Gelharn of People called the footage powerful, while Sandra Gonzalez of CNN felt the teaser commemorated Boseman's performance and wrote, amid the grief that permeates the preview, there's hope, the birth of new life literally, and a glimpse at the future, with a clawed sneak peek of a new suited hero. Writing for IndieWire, Christian Zilko also felt the teaser commemorated Boseman's performance while also opining that this presented a daunting challenge for Marvel Studios for Black Panther's future. due to Boseman being regarded as one of the cornerstones of the MCU moving forward and the studio not recasting his role. Variety's Carson Burton and J. Kim Murphy felt the teaser focused on who would take on the mantle of Black Panther, noting the presence of a mysterious figure at the end of the trailer. The teaser trailer received 172 million views in its first 24 hours of release. Funko Pops for the film were also revealed a day after the film was included in a sizzle reel shown ahead of screenings during National Cinema Day that highlighted upcoming films from various studios. Coogler, Wright, Duke, Bassett, and Huerta promoted the film at the 2022 Expo with exclusive footage, which Aaron Capps from The Hollywood Reporter described as a gripping sequence. An official trailer was released on October 3, 2022. E.J. Paneligan at Variety and Narayan Lu of Comic Book Resources both called it an exciting trailer that provided a better look at the new Black Panther costume, with Lu adding it teased a more intense storyline centered on loss, strength, and the heroes of the MCU. Devin Coggan of Entertainment Weekly said the trailer was the best look yet at Wakanda's future, which ended with a stunning look at the new Panther suit. Gizmodo's Linda Codiga found everything in the trailer, from the music, the energy, the intensity, to be incredible, and exclaimed the film appeared to be political maneuvering, spycraft, and the kind of guffines expect out of a Marvel film. In October 2022, Marvel partnered with Target for an ad campaign featuring Thorne reprising her role as Riri Williams. The minute-long ad was directed by Malik Vipthal and shows Williams working on her Mark I. Ironheart suit concurrent with a group of young black girls creating with Lego. Williams sees one of the girls at Target, who gives her inspiration for her suit's power source. Shannon Miller at Adweek called the a rare occurrence in mainstream marketing of two young black STEM girls interacting. The ad featured a number of MCU-themed Easter eggs and the song I Got the Juice by Janelle featuring Pharrell Williams. It debuted online on October 16, 2022, with an airing during Monday Night Football the following day. 30 and 15-second versions were also created. Marvel and Target's partnership also includes exclusive merchandise and augmented reality experiences within Target stores. Also in October, Sprite Zero Sugar launched a marketing campaign to promote the film from Whedon Kennedy and Momentum Worldwide. Lexus ran an advertisement promoting its RZI with Dan Aguirre portraying Okoye. Lexus and Adidas teamed up for designing a custom Lexus LC500 convertible for Juju Smith-Schuster during the world premiere. Ofit and the Lexus GX feature in the film. In November 1, McDonald's began selling Black Panther Wakanda Forever Happy Meals, which come with one of 10 toys based on characters from the film. A 6-episode podcast hosted by Ta-Nehisi Coates, titled Wakanda Forever, the official Black Panther podcast, features interviews with the cast and crew discussing the making of the film. The first episode premiered on November 3, 2022, and the subsequent episodes will be released weekly beginning January 2023. 3 episodes of the series Marvel Studios Legends were released on November 4, 2022, exploring T'Challa, Shuri, and the Dora Milaje using footage from their previous MCU appearances, while a TV special entitled Black Panther, In Search of Wakanda, hosted by Robin Roberts and featuring interviews with the film's cast, was aired on ABC. To celebrate the launch of Adidas' Wakanda Forever collection, Calty Design Research, Adidas School for Experiential Education in Design, and Carbon partnered to design a custom Lexus RX FSPORT inspired by the film. Advertisers paid more than $100 million for the promotional campaign of Wakanda Forever, according to Deadline. Hollywood Black Panther Wakanda Forever premiered at the El Capitan Theater and the Dolby Theater in Hollywood on October 26, 2022. It also premiered in Lagos, Nigeria on November 6, 2022, an occasion Deadline Hollywood described as the first local premiere for a Marvel film. It began releasing internationally on November 9, 2022, and in the United States on November 11. It was previously scheduled for May 6 and then for July 8, 2022. The film was released theatrically in France, despite the country's 17-month waiting period for when films can appear on streaming services after its theatrical release. Disney's decision to release Wakanda Forever in theaters was encouraged by the French government's acknowledgement that their media chronology needed to be modernized and their timeline to do so. after previously opting to skip the theatrical release of their film Strange World and release it directly to Disney. Under the current chronology, Wakanda Forever will first become available on Disney in France in early 2024. The removal of a depiction of a same-sex relationship between Ayo and Anika, along with some other edits, were made in order for the film to be released in Kuwait. Wakanda Forever is scheduled to be released in China on February 7, 2023, becoming the first MCU film to be released in the country since Spider-Man: Far From Home 2019. It is the final film of Phase 4 of the Makuth film will become available for streaming on Disney on February 1, 2023, with an IMAX enhanced version also available. It will also be released by Walt Disney Studios Home Entertainment on Ultra HD Blu-ray, and DVD on February 7, 2023. The home media includes audio commentary, deleted scenes, a gag reel, and various behind-the-scenes featurettes of January 16, 2023. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever has grossed $450 million in the United States and Canada and $387.30 million in other territories, for a worldwide total of $837.30 million. It is the sixth highest grossing film of 2022. Its worldwide opening weekend earned $331.60 million, marking the third largest opening of the pandemic era, behind Spider-Man: No Way Home $601 million and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness $452 million, according to The Hollywood Reporter. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever was projected to earn $175 million in North America on its opening weekend. By November 2022, Box Office Pro estimated the film's opening weekend in North America to be between million and projected the film would earn million for its total domestic gross. The film made $84.30 million on its first day, which included $28 million from Thursday night previews. Its opening weekend earned $181.30 million, becoming the top film of the weekend. This marked the largest November opening weekend ever and the third biggest opening for a film during the pandemic era, behind No Way Home $260 million and Multiverse of Madness $187 million. Wakanda Forever remained the top film in its sophomore weekend, grossing over $66.50 million, representing a drop of 8%. The following weekend, the film remained atop the box office, grossing $45.60 million, a decline of 8%. Its gross over the 5-day Thanksgiving weekend was $63.80 million. The film remained atop the chart for its fourth and fifth weekend, earning $17.50 million and $11.20 million, respectively. In its sixth weekend, Wakanda Forever earned $5.30 million and was displaced by Avatar: The Way of Water. It was the third highest grossing film of 2022 in the United States and Canada outside of North America. The film grossed $150.30 million from 50 markets in its first weekend. It had the biggest opening ever for a film in Nigeria, as well as the second biggest for a film released in 2022 in France and South Africa. Disney Africa reported that the film set an all-time box office record in West Africa and accumulated the biggest opening of 2022 in East Africa, as well as the second highest box office gross ever in Southern Africa. The five highest openings for the film were in the United Kingdom and Ireland: $15 million, France $13.70 million, Mexico $12.80 million, South Korea $8.90 million, and Brazil $7.10 million. In its second weekend, Wakanda Forever grossed $69.80 million for a drop of 8%, while in its third weekend, it grossed $32.10 million for a drop of 8%. As of January 16, 2023, the highest grossing territories were the United Kingdom $40.70 million, Mexico $35.90 million, France $32.80 million, Brazil $21.30 million, and Australia $19.70 million. Angela Bassett received widespread acclaim for her performance as Queen Ramonda and became the first actress to win a major individual acting award for a Marvel film. Review aggregator website Rotten Tomatoes reported an approval rating of 8% with an average rating of based on 417 reviews. The site's critics' consensus reads, "A poignant tribute that satisfyingly moves the franchise forward." Black Panther, Wakanda Forever marks an ambitious and emotionally rewarding triumph for the MCU. On Metacritic, the film has a weighted average score of 67 out of 100, based on 62 critics, indicating generally favorable reviews. Audiences polled by CinemaScore gave the film an average grade of on a to F scale, while Posttrack reported audience members gave the film an overall positive score of I%, with I% saying that they would definitely recommend it. Campbell at Empire Online gave the film 4 out of 5 stars, stating that the film stands out from a somewhat formulaic era of Marvel movies, held together by its compelling sense of place and by acting as a passionate eulogy for Chadwick Boseman and feeling that it was imaginative and grounded, which makes the tilt to the usual CG-dominated spectacle a little jarring. Campbell lauded the performances of Wright, Duke, Bassett, and Cole, and described Hewitt's character as a highlight, an imaginative adaptation of the veteran comics character, one who here speaks truth with convincing venom. Tom Jorgensen at IGN gave the film 7 out of 10, stating that it was an effective, emotional farewell to T'Challa meditation on forging one's own future out of a painful past, but with a plot that has to introduce an entirely new nation and pave the way for a new wave of Marvel stories. It does struggle under the weight of all that expectation. Jorgensen lauded Bassett and Hewitt's performances, but he felt that Talokan had not been established quite as gracefully, and the film's third act had pushed its luck too far, with a poorly conceived and logically baffling tactical choice. So Glaberman of Variety wrote, "The movie doesn't have the classic comic book power of Black Panther, and it's easily 20 minutes too long. We could probably have lived without the Talokan backstory, yet Wakanda Forever has a slow-burned emotional suspense. Once the film starts to gather steam, it doesn't let up." Similarly, Michael Phillips of the Chicago Tribune felt Wakanda Forever is not special like the first movie was. The quality of the storytelling and especially the action sequences grows less effective as the film proceeds. Nevertheless, he singled out that every actor on screen here is marvelous, even when the script and effects-driven spectacle settles for the wrong kind of more. Peter Travers of ABC News commended the performances from Bassett, Wright, and Thorne, but wrote the film's runtime feels long, with dragged-out battle scenes, excessive computer effects, and way too much franchise building. Nicholas Barber said that the sequel struggled due to the loss of Boseman, but commended the visual effects, and Bassett, Wright, and Lupita Nyong'o's acting. David Rooney of The Hollywood Reporter felt that even if the length feels overextended, Coogler and his editors deserve credit for allowing breathing space between the action scenes for character and relationship development, with Ludwig Göransson's African-inflected score enhancing both those quieter moments and the big smackdowns. It's impossible for Wakanda Forever to match the breakthrough impact of its predecessor, but in terms of continuing the saga while paving the way for future installments, it's amply satisfying. And Hornaday of the Washington Post wrote, "Wakanda Forever winds up feeling hopelessly stalled, covering up an inability to move on by resorting to repetitive, over-familiar action sequences, maudlin emotional beats, and an uninvolving, occasionally incoherent story." James Bardinelli of Real Views gave the film 2 stars out of 4, criticizing the film's runtime and world-building subplots. He further wrote that the sequel is not so much a bad movie as it is disappointing and frustrating. There are some strong moments both in terms of character development, primarily for Shuri, who has the deepest and most compelling arc, and action. The car chase is perfunctory, but some of the battle scenes are well executed, but not enough of them. There are no rousing moments designed to elicit a mass cheer from the audience. In November 2022, Coogler and Feige were revealed to have discussed a potential third Black Panther film. In January 2023, Wright believed a third film was being considered, noting that the cast and Coogler needed a little bit of a break to regroup before starting work on a third film. Main article. Iran-Hairt TV series. In November 2022, Moore stated that the Disney series Iran-Hairt would serve as a direct sequel to Wakanda Forever, with Thorne returning to reprise her role as Riri Williams. Iran-Hairt is set to premiere in 2023.